Hello, hello, hello. I hope everybody's had a wonderful day. It is that time of the weekend. We are finally gonna finish the story for So Long Adele. I'm definitely gonna handle the EX stages for this one. Why am I? I am okay. I'm definitely gonna do the EX stages for this one off screen. I'll do some of them on stream tonight, maybe. But I've got the feeling I'm gonna be pushing through these real quick. First things first, though. As you can see off screen, I made it to level 113. And we brought home a little someone. Which is great. And as you can see, I've already got her E180. I do not have the tokens yet. I might actually. Orion blocks I could probably make, but that... growth material. I forgot for a second that I have to craft these. Oh yeah. No, she's getting E3. She's getting E2 tonight. Holy shit. I forgot that I've only ever E2'd like 2 or 3 medics, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 medics, okay. Yeah, we're definitely getting her E2 tonight. Let me go to the page real quick and set that up.
So this, too, is the place you promised.
Chips. Tier 5. And it was workshop. Upgrade material. It was the biggest Orion block. The Orion block, okay. And I think I needed 5 of those too. Craft. And I got a byproduct out of Angaton. Actually, let's just expedite this now because I'm not going to be here in 4 hours. And I never use expedite anyway. Do I? Yeah, I have the money too, don't I? Oh yeah, we're getting her E2'd right now. We are going to do this first thing. And promote.
I know what you want to say, Professor, but I've never made my expeditions hard for myself. Starting from the smallest example, I bet you've never fried a foul beast egg over lava before, but I have.
Oh, cute little lamb. And I can get her to E45, and I'm broke.
A volcano's every change and movement is fleeting. Only by capturing them on camera are we able to preserve every last detail.
And this already and I need to train her for getting further. Attack range comes global. To 45 degree. Second count, it increases. Holy shit, she's actually pretty damn good. Increases the max HP of friendly units within range by 6% and reduces the elemental damage you take by 12%. Normal heals additionally restore HP and elemental damage per second equal to 10% of the original amount, lasting for 6 seconds. Okay. Holy shit. She's a better version of... She's a way better version of Honeyberry. Holy shit. Oh. Savage and Estelle. Estelle... what? Okay. Estelle. Why is everything so slow all of a sudden? Clearing 37.4. I'm already almost there. Do that You know, there's only one thing running on this computer right now, and it's this goddamn game. If my 3070 can't run Arknights on Google's platform, got some fucking issues, Google. Okay. Savage use precise blast 10 times. And that's in separate battles, okay? That's separate battles. Right? Using that 10 times in one fight is impossible. Let's jump in. I wonder what SLP1 was. I know how I'm gonna deal with this. Why don't I see any? Let me briefly explain the rules of our competition. These special tiles are the competition objective zones, and also serve as our playground. Take a good look. Find all the objective zones on the map, and cover them all with pure white steam. And keep an eye on the timer. If time runs out before you finish, then I win. Professor, the map seems to be full of unrevealed fluffy buddies. Start borrowing their power to quickly cover the zone with pure white steam. Easy enough. Okay. It didn't do anything.
Okay. 指示に従います。私のために歌え歌え。
Alright. This is a bad spot. Sheep are laughing at you already? I'm a little bit confused. You there. Put you there. I am very confused. Like, I understand what it wants me to do, I think. Generate pure white steam on all the tiles in the designated area. During this operation, ranged operators may be deployed on melee tiles. Essentially, well, the only thing I'm getting is that I needed to kill that one or keep him from grabbing.
みんな狩りを始めましょう。演者はセリフの傀儡だ。
Do that, I think. Because they just wanted me to take all the ones in this area, right?
では夜の帳に潜り込むとしよう。演者はセリフの傀儡だ。
I'm getting there. It's just like
みんな狩りを始めましょう。 鏡に映り潮のが顔が見えるか。 演者はセリフの傀儡だ。
I'm gonna lose this one already, so I'm just gonna quit. The target objective area is all these lit up squares, right? Like this is the target area. And these two here. Why am I hearing water? God damn it.
申し訳ありません。
I'm not sure. What it is I could be doing wrong. Unless I do this.
べきだ。
And this. No, he hits like a truck. I think I got it now. I think I got it now.
撤退だ。君は行き先を見失ったようだ。
I'm gonna keep saying I think I got it. I'm just gonna keep getting wrong. But the sheep's playground is getting a little bit annoying.
舞台の幕開けだ。私のために歌え歌え歌え。
It actually did reach there. Come on, Rangers. Yeah, you ain't making it. I'm getting there. I would have had it, I think, if I wouldn't have dropped another crate where I didn't need it. I didn't realize it reached. Right there. There we go. Good. All that for a little fluff. Oh, hell. Alright. Just Phantom? You're being a pud. What are these? Ooh, that was good timing. And that's not good placing. No, I didn't need to put that there. Shit. The longer I take, the worse things are going to be on my end. Yeah. Okay. I think I have it. I think I have it. I think I have it. I mean, he's saying that, but I'm not gonna actually have it. What is this? Okay. I don't like this one. This is stupid. I have to use the Phantom to keep these things up here from getting down. That. Shit. Damn it. Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's only one. Except it's not, apparently. How does this... Oh, because I didn't retreat him. Damn it. Da-da-da-da. This is coming down to, like, small decisions. I'm getting so focused, I'm not actually saying much.
者はセリフの傀儡だ。では夜の帳に潜り込むとしよう。
What if I do this? Is that what it wanted me to do the whole time? Not the soda bottle. Let's see, wait, one more. Okay. This is getting silly. Alright, what do we got next? Another one. Yay. Something stupid's gonna happen. I don't have any operators for this one. Okay, so this is all gonna come down to timing. Ah. 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 That is the wrong guy. Hurra. So this one's gonna come all down to timing and placement. Let's start at the furthest one away. Oh, you pud. Okay. Three better be the last one. These are not. I don't much care for these. These ain't that fun.
What? You think you're gonna grind me down with numbers?
Very, very confused here. Let's just see where they go for now. This first one's gonna go this way. Is that it? Are there only 2 sheep? Yeah, seems like there's only 2 of them, huh? Okay. Well, I have to find a way to keep these 2 sheep from doing stupid shit. What happens if I place a roadblock on one of the objective points? It's like, say, here. I can't retreat him.
What? You think you're gonna grind me down with numbers?
Can I put that? Cannot block these routes. Oh, that could have been worse. But I'm not gonna have time now. This one is honestly like frustrating. I can't block this. How would I? Those have to be red herrings.
One-on-one? Soft guy, huh?
Come on, hummus. This is not. You cocksucker. It's not easy. This is stupid too. Maybe if I do that, maybe I'm just stupid.
A one-on-one. Soft guy, huh?
I forgot to change his skill over. But I see now. I'm so worried about what's in front of them, I'm stupid. Brain is working slower, as it always does. I got it now. False flags I was reading are my own hubris.
Ah, screw it. Bring it on, all of you.
No. Mm. So I thought that was a wall. The way these tiles are set up, I thought this was an actual wall.
Ah, screw it. Bring it on, all of you.
Alright, here we go. Finally. Please, please don't let me do another round. Please don't make me. This is getting old and tiresome. Good, there were only 3. There wasn't even a medal for that. We'll check that later. SL7. What is SL7? 1 objective. 2 points of 1 point of entry? Alright. Something tells me Dolly's gonna be here though. Later. We'll figure it out. I still don't get it. What a lady like you should spend your days in a hole like this. Aren't you afraid of the infected? Are the infected not but normal people saddled with misfortune? Just like this child of mine, yet unborn. Maybe she'll become infected herself, or will remain a lucky one who just makes friends with them. Either way, I wish for her to live in a city full of love and goodness. If continuing to mine here will harm the environment, shouldn't we stop? For now, the city can only rely on nature's bounty. Even so, our descendants will definitely carve out a home with their own hands. I hope then that you and I, and all of them, that all of us will find our own place in Siesta. The elderly unhindered by age, the sickly unburdened by despair. That is the siesta of my dreams. That is the siesta I wish for my child. Can that really ever happen? Well, let's start with the mines. Little black sheep, why are you all alone? Do you know where the rest went? Also, you keep eating these old signposts and addresses on letters. Is it because you're lost? Can you understand me? The fluffy creature remains silent as it sniffs about, picking the next signpost to be devoured. Did you get lost when Siesta moved? Or is your home on the undeveloped plate instead of the mines? The fluffy creature paws the ground urgently as Adele stands, silently looking at it. Where does it want to go? Hesitantly, it approaches Adele, pressing its head to Adele's chest as if listening to her heartbeat. Ba-dump, ba-dump, ba-dump. Not this sound. Not this sound. Fluffy creature lowers its head and continues following the path ahead. Are you looking for your home or your friends and family? Do you know where to find them? The fluffy creature turns its head, staring inquisitively at Adele. Adele, where are you? I need your help. I need you to help me with some data. Can you come to the museum now? Adele looks at the expectant creature in front of her. Professor Keller, I'm sick today. I feel dizzy and I have a headache too. Also, my legs hurt. I feel terrible. Terrible? Adele, what's wrong? Do you need to go to the hospital? Do you need my help? Do you have medicine on hand? How's your body temperature? Are you feverish? No, Professor Keller, I'll be fine. I am at the hospital right now. With no reply forthcoming, the fluffy creature stomps to the ground impatiently and turns to leave. Adele rushes to keep up with it. A car speeds by, frantically honking at Adele, who's just taken a step forward. My ears. Adele, what are you doing here? Weren't you... Professor Keller, I must have been pushing her too hard. If a girl like Adele feels the need to fake an illness to rest. Adele, if you're feeling overwhelmed, you could take a day off to rest. Turning its head to confirm that Adele is no longer following, the fluffy creature skips off and leaves the street. Professor Keller, I want to take some time to relax here. What if I told you that I want to offer you a job, stable pay that isn't detrimental to your health? I'll even provide special lodging for you. Don't worry, I can guarantee the working environment and conditions, as well as medical services. You just need to pay a portion of the rent to the government. Even you can't go on, can you? I don't know what those government people are on about. I know this much at least. These things take a lot of money, not a mere 100 or 1,000 gold certificates. This money I might be able to buy a decently comfortable bed, eat a nice meal, and it may even save my life if it comes to it. But I can't build what you're promising. I can do it. Doctor, if you were to say you'd build us a cheaper hospital, frankly, I'd be really grateful, and I'd actually believe you could do it. Saying that you'll provide jobs, homes, healthcare? Just look around you. It's been so long and this place is still undeveloped. And I beg you to place your trust in me. I'll stand by my words. So if there really was a place like that, would you be willing to move there? Would you be happy with it? Frustrated, Salen feels her heart hammering in her chest, its beat pounding in her ears. What was that? Sorry, I missed what you said. I said even Mr. Pelipper, our boss back at the old mines, only got us so far with all of his wealth and power. Doctor, we don't know you, and you don't know us anything. We'll be grateful even if you just come to treat us once in a while. The fluffy creature trots ahead, Adele following closely behind while Keller walks apologetically beside her. After hesitating several times, she slowly opens her mouth. Did you know, Adele, Siesta's layout remained the same even after it moved? There's a coffee shop down the street. Adele continues hurrying along the path without stopping, as if chasing after something. Katia, Magna, and I met at that coffee shop. Adele stops moving and squints into the distance, trying to spot the shop. Is it that one over there? I can't see the sign clearly. Mockingbird Cafe. Keller sighs in relief and changes her tone. I was just a student back then, knowing little about the world besides what I read in books. Katia and Magna burned two young flames, eyes even brighter than obsidian. My parents, what were they like back then? Brilliant, interesting, and very attractive. Of course, some people thought they were weird. Not professors or scholars, they were more like two vagrants chasing after volcanoes. They liked bright clothes and accessories, believing that they granted courage. Sometimes camped beside lava flows just to feel the movement. I thought they'd have banned that kind of thing. They did. They banned me from doing it, because I once followed them to collect some liquid from the sulfuric acid pool and accidentally stepped in a pile of boiling water. When Katia managed to drag me out, I hadn't even left the pain yet. My shoes had already split like garlic cloves. I gave Magna quite a fright. Even though it was an accident, she kept trailing after me from then on, fearing that I'd just fall into another hole somewhere when she wasn't looking. Fluffy creature seems to realize something, turning its head to look Keller up and down. As if worrying for her, it butts her ankles and even tries to eat her shoes' heels, so that she can walk more comfortably. Just like Moody to worry about me getting hurt. Magna? You couldn't compare her care for me to what she felt for you. Sorry, I was lost in thought. After you were born, I came to visit you occasionally. I thought you looked so much like your parents. You doing the same work as them now feels like... It feels like a part of them has never left, but they still remain here. If only they were still here. Following the salty scent of the sea carried on the breeze, the fluffy creature begins scampering away. The towering cranes of the undeveloped plate peak over the horizon as Keller hurries forward and turns her head. Adele. Magna once said that we're like tiny little ants standing on this vast landscape, talking big about how we plan to conquer it. Look at the both of us now, Adele. Two little ants standing here, facing this building dozens of times bigger than us. I used to think I would be just like before, feeling infinitesimally small and amounting to nothing. But it's only now do I realize some things are too hard to say aloud. Professor Keller, what do you... Nothing. Adele, what can I tell you? You can still see a little bit of the old Siesta from here. Mount Siesta's over that side. Who knows when it will really erupt? Creature carrying a miner's lamp slows down and stares blankly in the direction of old Siesta. The waves wash over the distant gravel, surface sparkling like brilliant gems. Once it erupts, once the museum is ready, my work will finally be done. I'm sorry I've taken up so much of your time, Adele. It's alright, Professor Keller. There's no one else who can tell me about my parents anyway. I'm really happy to know these things. Keller stands and brushes the dirt off herself. Are you leaving now? Maybe I need to buy some courage, like in that dream you mentioned. Goodbye, Adele. See you tomorrow. Rest well and don't tire yourself. Adele glances at the creature staring blankly at old Siesta. Bye, Professor Keller. The fluffy creature stands motionless on the beach. Did you find the place you were looking for? Adele sits down next to the motionless creature. Let me guess. You're a miner who wants to return here. Creature shakes its head from side to side, pulling its gaze from the ocean to Adele opposite itself. Its clear eyes look up at her. It chews on an old signpost as it steadily paws to the ground. Ba-dump, ba-dump, ba-dump. Slowly, it turns to leave the area. No? No. I'm just an old man who likes collecting pretty rocks. I can't do what you want or help you at all. Mr. Brown, those workers said that your father owned the mine, and that they all worked for you for many years. Even after the move, you still helped them make their lives better under the table. Yes, that's right. My father's mine made them into infected, while I decorate my house with rocks they risk their lives to dig up. Am I helping them? As if. They're barely surviving as it is. At most, they're not jobless. So you admit it? No, my God, calm down, woman. Don't you go breaking my collection. Well then, let's talk about your collection. Before Siesta moved, this obsidian was an extremely precious ore. However, only obsidian that was pure enough or which reflected the colors of the rainbow could fetch a good price. I'm sure you're aware. Salem bends down and drags out 2 boxes of ore from behind the cabinet. So what are these? Why would a collector like you have crude, impure obsidian like this? Exactly like the obsidian the workers squirreled away. What would you know? All obsidian is precious to me. Then why did you stop the workers from mining? What stopped you from working them to death instead of arranging gainful employment for them as drivers, ticket sellers, and security guards? Those are lifelines they found for themselves. Oh, so you just helped them along while indirectly earning money off them? Yes, that's absolutely right. But you refuse to admit it. They're not living well right now. The obsidian that they mined propped up Siesta, but now... Pelipper heaves a great sigh and sinks back onto his seat. Missy, do you think that it's easy changing the policies of an entire city? Look at him now. Look at me. You've heard them call me Mr. Brown. Brown Mines, the entire company is my hands. But even I can't build a factory for them to make a living in. The government will harass me, Peers will plot against me, and that's not even considering Columbia and Victoria. Just keeping to ourselves here in Siesta isn't that bad. You don't know. Columbia's infected pays sky-high insurance premiums and then sends them to some mine in the wastelands. I know that. That's why I came to you for help. You have far more knowledge and experience with this situation than me. If Columbia uses the infected question to attack us, we can just build our own place for infected first. If your peers begin plotting, we can try to negotiate with them. There must be something we can do. You can't just hide away in this hot spring hotel forever. What would that accomplish? Getting increasingly agitated, Salem feels as if her heart is about to leap out of her chest. This is the best leverage for Siesta to negotiate with Columbia right now. But you seem... Yes, I'm 5 months along now. Doctor says it's a girl. Congratulations, but... And you... Siesta needs to develop. Can't wait any longer. That's why I want to help these workers. I want to teach them. I want them to learn how to avoid danger, how to observe the environment, how to best protect themselves after catastrophe. They've only gotten by with experience so far, but I can give them knowledge. Will that work? Mine is huge, and there's so many illiterate people who only know how to earn money. Father says things like that are very common, and that there are always many workers, so we don't need to care too much. That's different. Tom cares, Hank cares, Bill cares, many workers will care. I also want to push a new policy regarding the current state of these workers. These workers who've contracted erypathy due to obsidian mining should be taken better care of. But Father tells me that the government will never have time for this. They only want to earn more and more money to develop Siesta. Then I'll bring their attention here. I can't just sit in an office all day with the knowledge that they are getting hurt and sick. What would that do? The lady gently caresses her pregnant belly, feeling the heartbeat of the life growing peacefully inside. Ba-dump, ba-dump, ba-dump. Miss, may I have your name? Young lady, what's your name? Who knows, I might see you again in the future. If you really manage to do something, I'll lend you my help. Barbara Doikels. You can call me Barbara. Ceylon. Ceylon Doikos. Alright, I'll remember. Wait, Doikos? We're near Fashion Street already. Where are you actually going? Little black sheep, what does the mining lamp on your back really mean? Fluffy creature continues forward leisurely, searching and chewing. Sounds pass by its twitching ears. The sound of wind, people, and in the far distance, the rumblings of volcanic activity. Ba-dump, ba-dump, ba-dump. Sounds like sparkling thunder resound in its ears, overwhelming the sound of geologic activity and flowing magma. Ba-dump, ba-dump, ba-dump. It stops in the middle of the street, blankly looking from side to side, before it breaks into a sudden run, sprinting away on all fours. Wait, where are you going? Did you find it? It's here? Barbara was your mother? Hold on. Wait, this... Standing on a chair, Pelipper retrieves a delicate box from the top of the cabinet. Behind the glass cover, a large, uncut geode lies there, obsidian crystals sparkling. No, wait, I should call them over. They were the ones who left me with this. Tom, Hank, and Bill. I need to get them here, all here. Yes, Barbara was my mother. Mr. Brown, what is this? Where are Tom, Hank, and Bill? Ceylon Doikos. This is a gift that those workers prepared for your mother a long time ago. Celebrate your birth and express their gratitude. A gift for mother. My mother. In the end, she wasn't able to receive the gift. I'll explain to the old men when they get here. I want them to see me hand this over to you. Your mother... Ba-dump, ba-dump, ba-dump. Ba-dump, ba-dump, ba-dump. Little black sheep. Fluffy creature steps into the hotel as if guided by a sound. Ba-dump, ba-dump, ba-dump. The sound is coming from a lady, her chest heaving from agitation. Her heart is beating. With each beat, transport blood across all 4 limbs, carries nutrition from the mother's body all the way to the slumbering little infant. That tiny little heartbeat has grown up. Ba-dump, ba-dump, ba-dump. Fluffy creature rests its head on Ceylon's chest. Ceylon doesn't see anything, but she feels a sudden warmth. It's heavy, as if something has fallen into her lap. Ceylon? Hey, Halia? Ceylon suddenly feels as if she can see something. Something growing heavier in her lap. A little sheep gradually appears before her, its head leaning against her chest, as if listening to something. Ba-dump, ba-dump. Ceylon's heart is beating violently, making thundering sounds that only she and the little sheep can hear. She sees the little sheep lightly nose the geode before bumping her forehead with its own. This is... the little black sheep. She's no longer lost. She seems to have found what she's looking for. Lost? Don't drop that geode. It'll shatter before I'm done with it. If it shatters, I'll be done for, sorry. Little sheep nimbly leaps from Ceylon's lap and disappears into the mist. Halia, what was that? You saw it, didn't you? It's a farewell, I guess. A farewell and a reunion. So I'm guessing that sheep was Ceylon's mother.
Let's go! Stay safe, everyone.
There's only one way for them to go.
獲物はどれですの?
Good scenery here, Doctor. I have to get serious now.
Gotta make the pain train. Okay, good.
Gather around it, guys. This is the battlefield. I have to get serious now. Oh, almost dozed off. I'll be careful.
Unpacked a little lady. Hmm. I don't like the looks of that.
Doctor, take flight. Please give your orders. Watch out for fires.
Okay. That wasn't as terrible. Still waiting for Dolly, though. I'm sure you guys are glad to hear my slurping and gargling. And gulping. I call this place being industrial land not suitable for a casual visit. This spot is the closest we have to Old Siesta, so just let me sit here quietly. That's so. Can you even see anything from here when we're so far from there? Rhodes Island's office should be pretty close to City Hall. It's been 2 months since you returned, and you haven't paid me a single visit. Shouldn't the mayor be swamped with work this time of year? How would you have time for family? When you're free, you should go stroll around the streets, listen to the people rumbling about you. And you understand how you've been doing. There are many things that I could have done better a job with. As a siestan, I want to ask the mayor a question. Why have all the volcanoes, coasts, culture, and music that we're so proud of completely vanished? Why are there so many people struggling to integrate into their new lives? Why doesn't City Hall do anything to help them? I want to pin the blame on City Hall too. They should have prepared for the move of them sooner. But as Herman Doiko's daughter, I still have to say this. It's been hard for you, Dad. When I came back this time, I'd planned to help Rhodes Island establish a branch office here. But I understand the infected in Siesta are facing some extra challenges right now. Columbia's pedantic word game with the laws is just another card for them to play. They don't care about the lives of these few infected. They only want to slice of Siesta's future large-scale international trade pie. 8,573. I looked at that info. It's the number of registered infected who settled in Siesta last month. You can either impose a ban to prevent any more infected from setting on Siesta's pneumatic plates, or hand them a larger sum of money for their health insurance. From a bystander's point of view, the latter is not an option for City Hall. There is no way I could have forgotten that my other daughter is infected herself. Other daughter. In our short decades of history, Siesta has faced many difficulties, but the path Siesta takes is always in the hands of us Siestans. I'll think of something. There's always a way. Then allow me to help you out a little. To square off against Columbia's word game, you can likewise designate an area outside the nomadic city and declare it for development, which will be done by the infected. And as for what kind of work, my 2 friends recently arrived are also interested in helping. A budding logistics company should manage to provide many jobs. In addition, I will use Rhodes Island's resources to establish a treatment center for the infected. This is something I've always wanted to do. For Schwartz's sake, and for many innocents besides, I'm not just someone who needs your care. I'll find my own way to protect Siesta too. Is Swartz infected? I seem to remember my daughter not having a degree in politics. I guess I've been unwillingly influenced, that's all. Politics is no simple thing, but I'm happy to hear that you have such thoughts. I'll earnestly consider the infected's treatment center you mentioned, and I'll continue cooperating with Mountain Dash Logistics. Ever since she became mayor, Siesta has been relatively relaxed towards the infected. Some people say you're just putting on a show to win the miners' support. Others say you're just trying to make more money from tourism. And now, I'm more inclined to believe that things you've been doing are related to Mom. When did you find out? Just earlier. I heard a little story about her. You've never taken the initiative to tell me those stories, and rarely ever actively bring Mom up with me. Barbara was a Victorian. The Siestans at the time, Victoria, who wanted to annex us, was our greatest enemy. I was busy with Colombian and Victorian diplomacy, but I never dared to let anyone know that my wife just happened to be from Victoria. But Barbara never took it to heart. She had her own things to do. She said she was protecting the city in her own way. And you too. Protecting the city in her own way. You never lived a day of your life with her. What you said just now is exactly the sort of thing she'd say. She was a great woman. And she had a great daughter. Thank you, Salem. Could you lower the camera a little? Angle it upwards a bit so I look a little more imposing. Wait, too low. Alright, that's good. Check the recorder, too. Everything I say has to be crystal clear. Hello, Mr. Adam Swire. As always, I first wish you good health. By the time this disc reaches you, I should have completed both my siesta trip and all the business objectives I sought to accomplish. Perhaps you may still take this as child's folly. No, your insight must have recognized the value of the city, the value of a free and independent entrepreneur. I've known from my first day here in Siesta that I've been tailed by some of our people watching my every move. Perhaps at your behest, or perhaps at that of your other heirs trying to obstruct me. But that no longer matters. I've long since realized that trying to read your mind is a laborious and pointless endeavor. But you are the one standing opposite me. Then I've won this time. What did you call me here for, exactly? To give you a report on the project. Mountain Calm Trade has signed an agreement with Siesta. If everything goes smoothly, construction will begin around autumn. When the logistics center's construction is complete, we'll open trade with 3 countries: Sargon, Victoria, and Colombia. As the supply chain matures, we'll increase our scope. Natural trading advantages that comes with the independent state of New Siesta and the locals' eagerness for foreign goods will give us confidence in any future developments here at Mountain Calm Trade. You've always told me about the future you envision and want to realize in Mountain Dash Logistics, and now we've taken the actual first step. I've already seen the report on the project. Well done. You didn't let me down. No, I should say that your growth makes me proud. Give yourself a proper vacation for the rest of the summer. Thank you for your approval, but there's another report you haven't seen yet. It's regarding the progress of Mountain Calm's trades splitting from Mountain Dash Logistics. From now on, Mountain Calm Trade will cease to be a subsidiary of Mountain Dash Logistics, and the series of projects that we'll do for New Siesta's core development will have no connection to Mountain Dash Logistics. To You understand what you're implying? As president and CEO of Mountain Dallas Logistics, you will no longer have any right to interfere in Mountain Com Trade's affairs. Mountain Dallas Logistics will need not be bearer of any of Mountain Com Trade's liabilities or responsibilities. Of course, making such a decision without you in the loop has its uncertainties in the process. If you don't agree with my decision and follow up with legal action, I'm afraid I'll be in a lot of trouble. What I want to know is, why do it this way? Isn't this a step you've always wanted to take? Not having to care about the constraints of the Federation of Enterprises, letting Mountain Dallas Logistics make an actual change across the land? You really have surprised me. Seems like you mustered the strength to do this. Of course, I found a reliable business partner. The last few days of the siesta and holiday have shown me what a young and yet vibrant city it is. Its youth carries with it plenty of problems, though. But it is precisely because of its youth that it holds unlimited possibilities. In fact, there's a question I've been thinking about for a long time. Just how is it that you, an old man on his way out, are able to keep an iron grip on the many faces in the family with their own clandestine agendas? I thought and thought before I finally came to a conclusion. You've allowed yourself to become the symbol. No one knows your true intentions, nor do they know whom amongst them has your confidence. This fear of the unknown leaves them with only one option: to acquiesce to you. This is how you've manipulated the Federation of Enterprises and even Lungeman's economic lifelines for so many decades. I may not ever manage to learn this trick of yours, but the style of control always meets an end. How will the Federation of Enterprises cope without their leader when you're gone? How many of them will take advantage of the chaos to recklessly reap personal profit? I think that's something you wouldn't want to happen either. Perhaps you still have faith in your personal physician, but as the soon-to-be commissioner of the Lungeman Guard Department, and also part of the younger generation, I must make plans for Lungeman's future without you. The Lungeman's order can't rest in the hands of just one person. If I hadn't become a messenger, I wouldn't have known about the various differences between the many countries and regions on this great land. Vast distances between make communication difficult, and cause the different cultures to grow into their own distinct styles. So when someone builds a bridge between these countries and regions, it's bound to trigger drastic change. Many people instinctively fear this sort of change. Some people seem to prefer to stay passively conservative, and others look to take advantage of the turmoil for personal gain. But the act of changing the landscape itself surely has a positive significance to it. This is Mountain Dallas's ambition, and also my own as a messenger. I've never regretted becoming an LGD superintendent. But in the past few years, I've realized that I can do more than just maintain Lungeman security. I also have the power to help build it. Cooperation with Mountain Com Trade is my bargaining chip. I believe international trade will be an indispensable part of Lungeman's future economic market. And at that moment, when they're all staring emptily at the legacy you've left behind, I'll use my own means to secure a seat in Lungeman's Chamber of Commerce and lead a new order. No matter how brilliant the sunset is, a new sun will always rise. Godo, that's no sun. Yes. Miss Swire, that whole speech. Send this recording to Lungeman. I wish I could see the old man fuming with my own eyes, but I can probably imagine what it would look like. I wouldn't be surprised if all my cards were frozen after a while. Really? Then will we be stuck here? Won't you lend me some money? If you really need my help, Miss Swire. Just kidding. I brought enough cash for the both of us to fully enjoy our vacation. Any further annoyances will have to wait until we return to Lunchman. Alright, now that we're all done here for real, let's officially begin our holiday. I keep, since it's spelled differently, every time I see Schweier, it clicks in my brain of, I've heard this name before, why have I heard it? And then I read it again as Schweier, and you should just give up on straightening that parasol. I started turning dark by the time you got it up. There's no more sun to block anymore. We gotta get the grill we use out of our shop. Yeah. We gotta get the grill we used in our old shop up and running. It's almost been a year since we set up booth, but it's definitely gonna be popular today. Sandworm legs? No one supplies that nowadays. I found a cellar at the fair Fuck me. Found a cellar at the fair earlier. I kept some for you in the fridge behind the guitar. Really? Awesome. Phew. Mr. Tom, I got your cold drinks here. Anything else I can help you with? Thank you so much, sweetheart. You've been so busy helping me with so many things. Here, this cone's for you. Thank you. Are you guys going to sell barbecue again? It's for a party tonight. A party? Why haven't I heard of it? Let's all meet up before everyone from the shopping district moves. We won't know when we'll see each other again, or when we'll open another shop. Careful with the fire, everyone, and stay safe. Don't go too close to the beach at night. I'll do my best with anything else that needs doing. Didn't you come here for a vacation with Swire? After spending a few days here, I think it's more fun this way. Hello, may I know how much this harmonica costs? You can have it, if you like. But if you want an instruction book or something, then I'll take some of your money. That's how I make sure people who buy instruments learn to play them. Do you know how to play the harmonica, sir? What's it like? Of course I do. Feeling like playing the harmonica, huh? Feels like the wind. When it blows through the leaves and they make that rustling sound, it feels like stepping on a beach with the seawater slapping sand around. That's what it feels like. You'll know it too when the smoke from my grill rises and the strings from my guitar move. Come, eat anything you want. Feel free to bring your own meat too. I can help you grill it. Hold on, I have some leftover streamers from the time I moved out. Just wait a sec while I bring them here. Wait, I'll come too. Enos, help me bring these over to the party. Whoa, aren't these the wine bottles from your collection? Feeling generous today? Just treat it as a goodbye to the shopping district and old Siesta too. When I was a kid, he'd always used to say that the volcano would erupt in one day. And now, we're really leaving this beach and moving to a new home in the nomadic city. All homes end up demolished someday. Even this magnificent, sturdy nomadic city has no way to live longer than the volcano. Now that the volcano's waking up, Siesta can't sleep anymore. We should just move with the nomadic city. That's pretty transparent of you. So are you still sad to leave the shop? Difference doesn't make. Even if I know there's no choice, I still have to prepare my goodbyes. I think about that a lot and still can't figure it out. I don't know where's the most meaningful place to be. If I go, then does that mean... When I was your age, I wasn't thinking so much about such things. My head was full of places I wanted to run off to. I wanted to get to know all kinds of people, play all kinds of rock music, learn local languages, and figure out how to fit them into a song. You know yourself, it was those days I met Chuck and Siesta. We went to see the beautiful white volcano people kept talking about. We spent months wandering the beach and volcanoes with no luck. And just as we were set about to leave Siesta to continue chasing legend, we found, in a corner of Fashion Street, a baby sleeping soundly. So we stayed in Siesta, opened the bar, Chuck continued his travels while I decided to hang back and see what this kid would grow up into. And here we are. If we hadn't found you, that white volcano would have been just a name on a legend. Later, we adopted Loot, then Liv. You've all been growing up, and you've also stopped laughing so much as you used to. But on that day of the trade fair, all the surfboards from the shop disappeared, and the three of you looked so flustered, drenched in hot spring water, but you looked so happy. Tell you the truth, I was happy too. In that moment, I was thinking it'd be nice if some of these changes let our family stay as happy as we ever been. After all, I care more about you kids than the white volcano. I also want to wait until the white volcano is done renovating. Then I'll... leave it for now. Old friends can't wait any longer, so go bring the booze over, Enos. It's fine, kiddo. No need to worry about me. Whether you want to stay here or go see what's beyond Siesta. Whatever your plans, just go for it, like I did when I was your age. If you wait till the strings are loose, you won't get to play the song you want to sing. Enos. Hey, Ophelia, why aren't you joining them? I'm not good at dancing, and it's still a bit difficult for me to keep up with the rhythm. Well, then I'll keep you company for a bit. We can chat. Last time you came to see me, you said you were experiencing hallucinations and seeing sheep. I thought the hallucinations were some kind of symptom of erypathy, but back then, I saw it too. It was small and warm, leaning on my chest, listening to my heartbeat. I'm sure I saw it, and even felt it too. It's so strange. I don't know why, but it suddenly makes me think about my mom, even though I've never met her. Hey, Ophelia, just what was the sheep from that day? I had a dream where I was wearing Moody's protective gear, played with two little sheep for a whole night, and they spoke to me a lot. That dream felt so familiar. It was just like when I was a little girl, together with my parents. Some fireworks suddenly explode a little distance away. The sky is not yet dark, and the smoke leaves a long trail. The children who sneakily set off the fireworks run away laughing, followed by their parents laughing as they scold their children. When I was little, I didn't have much chance to play like that with my parents. They spent all their time on volcanoes, so I fell in love with volcanoes too. But since that day I've been thinking, they're still climbing, even now, aren't they? Perhaps my mother's doing what she liked to do. But, Ophelia, isn't it strange for me to be thinking like this? I keep thinking these last few days, it would be great if I could see that sheep again. Or if I could dream about it, like you were talking about. Have you seen that sheep again since? No, it was the last one I saw. Hey ladies, enough sitting over there. Come on over and have some barbecue. Her barbecue's really tasty, Ophelia. Did you try it the last time you were here? I don't remember. Last time I visited, Ceylon was still all huffy and puffy. Hey, that's ancient history. Let's not bring it up. Hey, Ophelia, what are your thoughts on Siesta in this trip? I heard the last time it's much more relaxed, and more romantic too. You should visit more often, as long as your heart health permits. You'll be able to see it then, a better and better Siesta, thanks to the joint efforts of so many. The two of them stand on the barrens, looking towards the sea. They can vaguely make out the shadows in some volcanoes. When do you think they'll erupt? When it happens, there'll be so much more work to do. Yes, and when that time comes, we'll do a great job ourselves. Or maybe we'll get to see the little sheep again. Hello, Professor Keller? Alright, I'll be heading back now. What's the matter? There's a little problem with the volcano observation data. Is it going to erupt sooner? The data fluctuates a lot, so maybe it's just an anomaly, but if there's really a problem, we'll make a broadcast. I'll be counting on you if it comes to that, Salem.
Flawless victory! I was pretty good, wasn't I, Doctor?
Oh, fuck, that was only the first mission. We're already an hour and a half in. Damn these challenge stages. L8 should be the last combat mission. Two gates and a flood of enemies with a funnel point, which is good. Gives me a place to park everyone. This is so wild to me. Because for the longest time, my favorite Arknights song has been the one from the first Siesta event. The Live Until Sunset song. This one is so goddamn catchy. Here's what I'm gonna do. Since I e-tutor,
How about a slice of lava cake before we head out? It was one of Mom's traditions.
can I not change the order here? Damn. Her voice sounds off in her altar. Adele. A wonderful name. Can I just call you Adele? Have you heard about the thing everyone does the first time they climb a volcano? Take pictures, maybe? It's roasting foul beast eggs in the lava. But having climbed 27 volcanoes, I can promise you that when it comes to cooking eggs, lava and originum stoves make no difference whatsoever. Yeah, you're bound to burn them regardless. Hey, you always eat them right up. So this is what a volcano really looks like. It's very different from what's in the books. I'm guessing that's what it meant. Don't worry, Adele. Just stay right behind me. Anywhere that you see me stepping is going to be safe. If you're nervous, why don't you take my hand? I'm fine. Adele, you asked us before why we love volcanoes, right? I promise you this. Once you see a volcano erupt with your own eyes, you'll never forget the feeling. I like to sit on the slopes and meditate. The land and us are both full of mystery, and even if we spend our lifetime seeking answers, we may not be able to solve even a tiny fraction of them. Still, I do enjoy the puzzle solving. Mankind may have invented nomadic cities, but we still haven't completely figured out how catastrophes form. We may have invented many tools with original, but we also have no way to counter the effects when they backfire. Humans need to admit just how insignificant they are when they come face to face with nature's mighty forces. That way, they won't spend so much energy meaninglessly slaughtering each other. Adele, don't mind Cadius for pessimism. Not everywhere's as simple as Siesta. It's natural for him to grumble as a scholar. Okay, so it's the other way around, sorry. It's natural for him to grumble when, as a scholar, he was all wrapped up with noble bickering. But back on these issues, I've always looked at things quite differently from him. Naturally, humans are insignificant, but it's exactly because we're so insignificant that we can live on this land. You're right, Magna. Life is insignificant, yet... Fuck. Yet, mankind insists on seeking answers in the earth, which their insignificant lives. When you look at it that way, when they're inevitably swallowed up by the same earth, you can only accept their fates as par for the course. I should be prepared. But how am I supposed to face the abyss alone after the two of you are gone? Professor Keller, here are the last 2 hours of data we got from monitoring station number 1, before the signal was lost. We've never seen more abnormalities like this. We have no choice but to consult you. The surface gas concentration hasn't changed. How did the temperature go up by this much so quickly? If the data were real, that would mean the energy accumulated in Mount Siesta suddenly increased tenfold. No, it's not possible, no matter how you slice it. Ignore it as a point anomaly. Inform the city government that the volcano has become more active and to have the citizens prepare. That's all we can do. Professor, this may not be your usual point anomaly. My parents mentioned similar situations in their research notes. The temperatures in the volcano's surroundings were abnormally high and didn't match the other data. They never found the cause, but this can't just be explained as a coincidence. Professor, shouldn't we head there and take a look at the situation ourselves? Monitoring station number 1 is about midway up the volcano. It's very dangerous to go up there now. This kind of data anomaly could just be an equipment malfunction. There's no need to take the risk and head there from on-site inspections. We can adjust the final observation results based on the other monitoring stations added later. Professor Keller, I don't understand. You kept saying how important these observations were going to be, that it's an opportunity that many scholars have been waiting for. Tens of thousands of the residents could have their lives upended. Shouldn't we be as careful about this as we possibly can? If we run away now, isn't that just admitting their sacrifice was for nothing? The girl's voice is quiet, and her body is trembling ever so slightly. It seems that she spent quite a bit of her strength just to express her honest opinion. Keller appears a little dazed. Right. How could a sacrifice like that be meaningful? It doesn't look like I'm going to convince you. If you aren't willing to go, is it okay if I go alone? Don't be absurd. We don't know what's going on at the volcano. I can't let you go somewhere so dangerous all by yourself. Mr. Keller, would you return my mother's protective suit to me? Is there anything we could do but eat? If this goes on, my stomach's gonna explode. Listen to a few more guitar songs? I kind of feel like there's meant to be something more exciting. How is it supposed to be as exciting as the Obsidian Festival? Crowds were massive, the streets and shops were endless, music never even stopped. That was so much better. Say what you will, but this party reminds me of the first Obsidian Festival. The first one? How many years ago was that? Not a whole lot of people still remember, but the first festival was actually held in the mines. It was run by a bunch of miners. Yeah, there weren't that many people, but much less decent music. They just strummed their guitars and played a few songs they wrote. That's how it all began. Nobody back then could have imagined it would grow so big and attract so many guests. Is the after party going to come back too? Now no one can say for sure. If you guys are moving to the city center, doesn't that mean these shops are going to be closed forever? Probably. We might have to make a living some other way, but nobody lives a life without change. That said, whenever we have free time, we might come here and set up a stall, play a few songs. If anybody comes, we'll give them a few skewers to snack on. Nobody comes, we'll just look at the sea and what lies beyond. I brought a can of sand from the old beach here too. Volcano doesn't end up erupting, the whole place is going to be covered in ash, right? All the paths we've taken, the shops we've visited, the beaches we walked, everything will be buried under a pile of volcanic ash. But you'll still remember our party here tonight, won't you? Of course. This too is a new memory. shop owner strums a guitar, and the voices of the crowd romping around can be heard from afar. Hey, you guys aren't gonna dance? It's the time to dance, kids. All you do is eat and chat. That's not a party. Here, let me play something. Care to join us, ma'am? Of course. Bayard strums her guitar strings, and the gentle melody starts to envelop the city plate. Lying on the grass, the people gaze at the night sky, fireflies, and the stars up above. Then, with a buzz, a disharmonic electric sound can be heard. Volcanic activity indicates Mount Siesta will very likely erupt within the next few hours. The nomadic city has already departed the area that will be affected by the eruption. There is no need for alarm. The tremors brought by eruption could lead to a tsunami. All citizens should evacuate coastal areas immediately. All citizens should evacuate coastal areas immediately. It's happening? Today? Now? I really picked a terrible time. Maybe it's the perfect time. What do they mean by evacuate coastal areas immediately? Is this place gonna be flooded? What about all this stuff? Are we taking anything with us? Anything we leave is gonna get washed away, right? Don't take anything, just go. The shop owner stops playing and looks at his partner. The oil fumes originating from the barbecue have yet to dissipate, and her face is still tinted red from the joy that has yet to fade. She regretfully puts down her barbecue skewers. It's possible that after we leave, the waves will swallow all our footprints today, including my grill and your guitar. Looks like the volcano and the sea are here to help us say goodbye to all that we had in our past. We should head upwards. We'll get flooded there. We'll have a new life. Over at the city center? I'm always wondering that it could be too cramped there. There's not enough room for all of your instruments in my grill. But there's enough room for the two of us. The owner looks into his partner's eyes. His eyes are glittering. Suddenly, she starts laughing. Right, that's more than enough. That's right, dear. It's more than enough. Come, let's get Tom. How old and frail he is. Can't just leave him here to cry over his precious ice cream. Hey, Tom. Time to go. If we don't leave before the waves come, you'll get sucked in by the sea. Follow your ice cream. Whoa. Where's that young lady who helped me bring the ice cream? Can't leave her behind. Found it. 2 missing pages. There's no doubt that this is Professor Caddy's handwriting. Also the military's wax seal. Keller, what exactly are you hiding? Dr. Khan? It's you. Where's Professor Keller? The signal from the volcano monitoring station cut off 2 hours ago, and the data we got in the end was really strange. Why didn't she inform anyone? She said the situation was critical and she had to inspect it herself. Did she go alone? No, the intern from Lithanian went with her, I think. We made it to safety zone, right? The place is over 100 kilometers from the volcano. I'm sure we'll be fine. I mean, what City Hall said. But don't you feel the ground shaking? Anus, have you seen Liv? Is she not at home? She wasn't there when I got back. I mean, she didn't go with you? Shit. Huh? Everybody's gone. Did everyone go have fun somewhere else? Are you the only one here? Did you get left behind by your friends too? The transport is parked at the foot of the mountain. The once familiar mountain range now sports a completely different appearance. The flora on the mountain has withered long ago, and the rugged rockscapes now look taller than ever. With the sun gradually setting, a dark shadow is draped over the two researchers' minds. So this is Mount Siesta. Adele, be careful. This is as far as the transport will take us. We have to walk the rest of the way. Monitoring station number 1 is halfway up the volcano. We still have a long walk ahead of us. I'm fine. My energy can keep us still. Scholar lowers her head. Her heart is rending with a sharp, piercing pain. Just who is the terrified one? Volcano is right in front of her, but she cannot bring herself to take a single step forward. Professor Keller, are you okay? Would you like to take my hand? Streams colored dark red can be seen slowly climbing their way through the mountain rocks like the blood veins in one's body, all while the enormous thing breathes strenuously. From the Earth's core to this cliff, they flowed through the ages, enduring an intense heat and utter silence. This path seems to not be nearly as long as Adele has imagined. With the strength she has, she can climb onto this mountain. But this path also seems to be much longer than she had imagined. It's long enough for her memories to be rinsed countless of times at the bottom of her heart. This is where we set up the monitoring station. This equipment. Has someone been here? There are no other footprints on the mountain. The original energy response hasn't changed, but the temperature measurements instruments logged a high response. She takes a look around and can make out only but a dark mountain, gravel, and molten rocks in the shadow. How strange. The event has most likely ended. Let's tune the instruments and head back. Khan, what are you doing here? I heard. You two. On the volcano. Why? Adele was worried because the monitoring stations and indices were fluctuating, so we came here to inspect. It was probably caused by accidents. We're preparing to evacuate to a safe observation point. Volcanic activity is definitely starting to pick up. The eruption might happen sooner than expected. Yeah, we need to go. Stay right there, Keller. Khan? The man, still out of breath, is trembling. He pulls out a file from his chest. Then, the moment Keller sees the cover, her expression changes immediately. September 1095. Mount Una. Why did you suddenly leave the survey team? In November that year, you didn't attend the Nauman's funeral. Someone said that they saw you at a symposium with the military at William University. On top of that, not even Adele has seen Kadia Nauman's research setup. What is it doing in a letter between you and the Lathanian military? Keller, answer me. Professor Keller? Adele, I told you that I'd share everything with you when this observation is done. And it's dangerous here. We should... Keller, look where we're standing. The Naumans were here on this very volcano. Are you still going to lie even here? I'm not really one to interfere with human affairs. But this isn't the place for a row. Get him a rink.
I need only do as the manual said, yes?
Funnel point? Funnel point. Vanguard... Well, not literal Vanguard, but frontliner.
Good scenery here, Doctor.
And up here... Darling. Don't bully Adele.
This is the battle. Watch out for fires!
Great spot.
Hope we're counting on you again today, little apple.
すぐに解決いたしますよ。
Please give your orders, Professor.
What is Ollie doing?
Doctor, my power is all yours now.
Let's keep Dolly out here as much as we can.
Hope we're counting on you again today, little apple. Professor, temperature stable.
You bastard. I need a healer up here now.
This soap contains lots of rich immune particles. Let's
Mhm.
not stay too long.
ご命令のとおもちゃで遊ぶのもここまで。
Okay.
Hope gather around me, guys.
Let's throw him there.
Temperature stable.
Do I need to actually drop Dolly? I don't think I do, but
Almost enough. This time, we can make up for the missing data in the last report. It's not my wish to take lives. I shall protect you.
Enemy spotted. spotted. Laying suppressive fire.
何か考えが何しろと終わり我が意向にかき消された。
どうぞ続けてこの喫茶店。あなたの心臓に滑り込むまで1秒もかかりません。
Alright, that takes care of that. Oh, okay. Oof, this is just the right temperature. Hot springs are fun, but the temperature just had a bit too peaceful. This temperature keeps my head clear. Helps me think about the real important questions. Say, which did the planet birth first, lava or rocks? Let's start from the very beginning. Lava wasn't lava, and rock wasn't rock. All things are a cycle, and they take different shapes during their changes, and so they were given different names. Man is always trying to use assertive language to determine the indescribable natures of the world, almost like it's the only way they can get a good night's sleep. This too goes to show their lack of wisdom. Hey, watch out there. Don't splash all that lava everywhere, it's dangerous. It's not that likely, but what if someone just happens to walk by? What's with the ruckus? Is somebody trying to join us? Are you telling me they were just chilling in the volcano? The enormous monster beneath their feet is breathing heavier and heavier by the second. The temperature in their surroundings has risen quite a bit. The lava spewed out from the volcano's crater rapidly cools and turns it into rock that comes rolling down. Professor Keller, this place is dangerous. We should leave. Adele, you get out of here first. This is something that I need to settle with her right here and now. Don't be absurd. When you left them there on Mount Una, what they had to face was much worse. Do you even have a conscience? Is admitting to what you've done harder than facing death? We need to hurry. I won't be able to block the next wave. Watch out, behind you. Adele lifts her staff, but the rocks are falling like rain. Her regional marks are unable to melt all of them down. She focuses on protecting her allies, yet she can't hear their warnings or the sound of the danger behind her. Saw you the past few days, but it looks like nobody else can. I don't know where you came from, but you're the only one who's willing to hang out with me. I know, you like the strawberry ice cream too, right? Look, our home used to be right under that volcano there. But it's going to go away soon. I actually know. I was abandoned there. And Harley and Enos found me. I don't know I was abandoned, but if my real parents ever come looking for me, will you still be able to find me? Daddy's gone and Enos is leaving. Little lamb, where do you think our home really is? Where's the friend who ate strawberry ice cream with me a long time ago? Unsatisfied groan. Hey. The ocean doesn't answer her. It merely sits between the two siestas as always. Suddenly the girl notices a calm, quiet shoreline has gotten closer to her at some point. Seawater gradually drowns the dry surface and has reached her feet. Live. Their surroundings suddenly fall silent. Bubbling lava, falling rocks. All of it are suddenly without sound whatsoever, as though time itself has ground to a halt. Adele isn't sure if it's her hearing aids that have failed or that she has once again fallen into a dream. All she can feel is that she is enveloped by a formless warmth, as though she had fallen into a cozy mattress. Poor little one, you seem to be frightened. Why did you climb the volcano at a time like this? Mr. Dolly? So this is where you've been. Thought you'd left. Where are Keller and Khan? Is the lambs called the volcanic anomaly? Wait, am I already dead? Hey, calm down, little one. I know you have a lot of questions, but slow down. We'll take it one step at a time. You are alive and well, and so are your buddies. But I won't let them see me. Once they wake up from this, all they'll think is that they had a nice little nap. As for all of that strange equipment on the volcano, I'm terribly sorry. I told them to be extra careful. I'm not lying this time. But I wasn't able to keep them in check. They were being so rowdy with their fun, and I'm not lying about this either. Having fun on a volcano? Of course, didn't I tell you? This is the second best thing on the planet, volcano surfing. Adele lifts her head and looks into the distance. There is lava gushing out of the crater sporadically, but she can faintly make out silhouettes of critters enjoying themselves. At the same time, there are many more creatures happily making their way towards the crater. The mountain is covered in a blanket of white wool, almost like clouds have come falling down from the sky and draped themselves over it. Mr. Dolly, these sheep aren't just your clones, are they? Oh, you realized it, have you? Just as I said, I've met a lot of interesting folk during the long time I've been around. Oh, don't get the wrong idea. They aren't souls or anything. There's no way to keep lives that have been lost. I simply copied how they looked and made these little ones. It's like a personal collection. I thought you'd like them. That sounds kind of cruel. Look at me, talking on and on. I only just noticed that you found the fur, too. Yes, it's been way too long since the last time I saw them. Just then, another scar appears on her old, tattered protective gear. I should have guessed. It's an apt metaphor, isn't it? Animals need very thick fur to protect themselves. Same for humans. When I see you standing here like that, it's like I'm looking at those two old friends of mine. I really miss them. Oh, you earn no praise from me for inheriting their exquisite mantle. It's just I'm guessing you miss them too. Poor girl, why can't you just open up and admit it? No need to act tough. You shouldn't keep yourself so on edge either. No one will deny a girl your age the right to feel sad or afraid. You need to learn not to act tough. If you're tired, stop and take a break or cry your heart out. Mr. Dolly, is the scavenger hunt just a game? It's true that it's not really all that mysterious of a puzzle. I just wanted you to have some fun, Adele. I had lots of fun during my time in Siesta. I don't understand. Why are you taking such good care of me in particular? It's simple. A girl as lovely as you is a rare sight on the world. Misfortune may find you often, but you have no less to love than anybody else. Actually, I saw you a long time ago back in Lethanian. A little girl, always earnestly reading her books in that tiny little spire. As a child of two genius academics, many had high expectations of her. She was seen as a gifted caster and scholar. Outstanding, remarkably talented individuals like her are always burdened with achieving results to match their talent. Even if they are inflicted with an incurable disease, they are seen by others as a tenacious role model. Young Adele, has anyone ever asked you what you wanted? Take a look. There are so many people and so many lives all around the world. You know volcanoes like the back of your hoof, but there are so many fun things out there besides volcanoes. Why not see for yourself? Thanks. Mr. Dolly, I've had a lot of fun these past few days. I can smell half a lie. Just half, but we'll leave it like this for now. It's nearly time. I really wanted to invite you to come try lava surfing with me, but the human body is too weak. I'll take you there. I'll take you three somewhere safe. Then I'll have to be ready for the opening of Volcano Paradise. So long, Adele. Thanks, Mr. Dolly. Will we meet again? Perhaps. No, maybe I should say we will meet again for sure. I hope that next time we meet, I will get to see a truly happy Adele. Promise me this? Yeah. The fluffy creature shakes its body a little, walks forward a few steps, and lightly brushes the girl's cheek with its snout. Oh, I almost forgot. I owe you a reward for finding all three things. Mr. Dolly, do you know anything else about the death of my parents? What I mean is, the thing you've been looking for isn't volcano watchers. You've been talking about volcano watchers. Surprise? I thought there used to be a lot of volcano watchers growing on Mount Siesta's hills. They look pretty and they are tasty. That's why the little ones ate most of them up. Then I realized if they kept on eating them, it wouldn't be long before they went extinct. That's why I planted some of them in a secret spot behind their backs. So the volcano watchers aren't extinct yet. That's good news. Then, where did you plant the flowers? Oh, just on top of a hill around the back of the volcano. By volcano, you mean this one? The one that's about to erupt? Yeah. Enos? Are you leaving? Why did you run out here all by yourself? I thought you weren't ever going to come back. Are you kidding me? When you're on the adventure team, you never work alone. Let's go home. Sea water is driven above their souls, making it difficult to even walk. Hurry. At first, the waves were just a hazy line at the far reach of their vision. But in just a blink of an eye, they are right here in front of them. Enos tightly clutches his sister as the waves beat against his legs, his less than robust back, causing him to stagger. Another taller wave is approaching them. No way. Let's try this. Enos tries his hardest to feel the rock in his body. It's close to his heart. Every time his heart beats, he can feel its hard texture. A rock the size of a man rises from the ground in front of the siblings and immediately crumbles, just barely withstanding the crashing of the waves. There's an intense pain in his chest. Enos! Oh, didn't I tell you? I know magic. Enos wipes the blood on his face and pulls his sister so she isn't hurt by the crumbling gravel. Quick, hide behind me. One, two. Seemingly formed by the white waves, a countless number of fluffy creatures rush towards them from the coast. They stack together and form a wall, or more precisely a dam. The waves clash against the furry dam, completely absorbed by it the very next second. I must have gone crazy. What exactly is this? Having absorbed the seawater, their white wool has grown even puffier and keep the siblings safe from the dangerous waves. After who knows how long, the ground has finally stopped shaking, and the waves gradually start to calm. Are we saved? Thank you? Just like cotton candy dissolving in the water, the beastlings suddenly disappear. I guess that's a near-death hallucination? Ines. Apologies. The night deepens, and at some point in time, the bustling crowd's clamor gradually started to fade. Someone has taken out a guitar and started playing a gentle melody. Almost like some kind of tacit understanding, everyone looks in the same direction. A pillar of smoke gradually rises from the volcano's caldera, followed by spews of dark red and ash gray. The ground is trembling slightly underneath their feet. We're so far out. We definitely won't get caught in that, right? Still came. Oh, really erupted. People in the crowd hold the hands of those around them. Parents hug their children tight as pedestrians begin to hold their breaths. As though they all finally feel a weight off their shoulders, or perhaps like a giant boulder has finally crushed their hearts. Sighs and quiet mumblings can be heard among the crowd, yet this just makes the whole street seem even more quiet. This continues for a very, very long time, until the crowd snaps back from the sight before them. I can still recall back when I was a young boy, parents would take me to this little hill. It was full of flowers and trees whose names I never knew. So many of them, and they smelled so wonderful every spring. Father was allergic to their pollen, so he would wait for us at the bottom of the hill. Mother and I would bend the flowers, branches, and weave garlands. We ran across the hill and waved down to the bottom of the hill. It won't ever happen again. Mr. Tom. It's nothing, girl. I'm just thinking about the past. I used to sell ice cream every day, meeting all kinds of children. All my children are all in Colombia. They didn't come back home, even for a time like this. Sir, your children are far away. It's possible they didn't know Siesta's volcano was going to erupt today. They might be on their way, or they might have a package still in transit. I came here because I wanted to build a logistics center that connected all regions and shortened the distance between them. Maybe someday you'll get things from different places more quickly, and your children will know how you're doing that much easier. But we're still a long ways away from achieving that. Just now I was thinking that I might be able to do something to help. What's that? If anyone needs to send a postcard to family abroad, Montcalm Trade can deliver them for free for the next few days. By the time they get them, or when they come back after they get their postcards, Siesta will be a better place than it is now. I'll do my best to make this a better place too. It's a small wish of mine, aside from my commercial ambitions. Thanks, kid. It's such a nice thing to be able to write your family. When I was studying in Colombia, I would sometimes get homesick at night. I always wanted to write home, but I couldn't afford international postage, so all I ever did was cry myself to sleep. That's when I'd remember a poem that means something like, wherever someone is, the twin moons and the night skies are always the same. And if we look at the moons, even the greatest distances are nothing. Does Siesta have any songs like that? The old man clears his throat. His beard slightly twitches, as though he remembers something. He starts singing a song, stiltedly. The volcanic ash slowly spreads, covering half the sky. Each day I linger beside my dreams. I lost my way. I'm a fowl without wings. I grasp at home. I'm holding on out. Oh, on the road, will I come tumbling down. And maybe something scares me, if tomorrow's sun I see. But I'm just heading far. No, I'm a wanderer. I'm just heading far. I'm no wanderer. 'Cause right out there, I've been looking to be. Lady Salin. Swartz, what are you doing here? I had a few missions for Rhodes Island, but I came as soon as I was finished with them. It took me forever to find you. I'd been searching the crowd for the better part of the day. I have your favorite tea in my bag. I'll give it to you as soon as we get back. And I also wanted to come back. See the rocks and their memories crumble as magnificent evening glow they had never before seen rises from the top of the volcano. Pink smoke covers half the sky and gradually flutters downward towards the ground. While they did not see it from themselves, they know a memory that belonged only to them has now been forever buried underneath the white volcanic ash. Am I seeing things? How did the top of the volcano turn white? What are you talking about? I don't see it. Siesta has been wiped out. I think reborn might be the more appropriate word here. I see we remember this day forevermore. What we call it, the Volcanic Festival. Sweet, peaceful dreams to you each evening. Not a worry, not a sweat. For what's gone is gone, and the future will come. The sun will rise tomorrow. Happy days. See ya, Siesta. See ya, Siesta. Don't be sad, Lady Salin. Tomorrow's a new day. Right. Tomorrow's a new day. Yeah, you ugly ass sheep. Keep my vinyls out of your stinking mouth. No chewing my limited edition shirt either. What's the lava, damn it? Heat degrades a vinyl sound. You think this is gonna wear out my patience? You got another thing coming. I do this 10,000 years. Dolly, I swear I'm gonna feed your clones to the wolves.
お手本のような勝利でしたわ。あなたはいずれきっと
Is there another one?
弱
God
小
damn
生
it.
物よりも優れた方になるのでしょうね。
Alright. After this, I'm calling it a night. Some ecologists have categorized all of the fowl beasts on this great land into two categories, wayfowl and homefowl. The former will, owing to climatic and ecological shifts, constantly relocate as they look for the most suitable habitat for survival, while the latter, once settled in their habitat, will stay for good and stop at nothing to protect their homes. This biological theory was later borrowed by historians who suggest that all conflict between the races on this continent stems from the differing views between those who can only live in one place and those who drift nomadically. Afterwards came yet another supplementary addition to this viewpoint. There were originally no homefowls on this great land, but as the fowl beasts gradually gathered in places, built their homes together, and created a collective memory, the homefowls came to be. I hope this is a short one. I won't miss it this time. According to the route on the map, Siesta is just right over this peak. Siesta is right here. She looks all around her, but only snow fills her vision. Where am I? Yo, been a while. Oh, what brings the Emperor here to Siesta without his obsidian festival to draw him? And your shirt. It seems something burned a hole through it. I'm gonna ask you to change the topic here. I collected a good amount of material in the last few days and should be able to quickly put on an album after I return to Columbia. Ain't a lot of musicians I look forward to, Bard, but you're one of them. I can't help but recall the first Obsidian Festival I attended when I was chatting with Barbara about the future of Siesta she saw. If one day, when this city leaves the volcano in Obsidian, leaves the charming scenery and coastline, just what will remain of it? She said that music is a kind of carrier, but the most important carriers are actually the people living here. As long as there are people willing to sing, enjoy, or even sorrow, as long as they're willing to enjoy the sunset afterglow, for a moment when even an evening comes, siesta will remain the same. Young people can get all hung up on nostalgia. Makes the music stale. That's a little too harsh, Emperor. Even in our fleeting lifetimes, you can still feel lost if you don't occasionally look back at the path you've traveled. You have to look back from time to time to see if you left anything precious behind on the road. So now that all the paths done and been buried around the volcano, how about an Obsidian Festival 2.0? Just so happens I got me some investment plans. If we want to revive it, should we come up with a new name too? Volcano Festival? That seems a bit too obvious. Oh, right, I did see an adorable creature on this trip. How does Marshmallow Festival sound? Damn, Bard, your taste in ain't 1,000 as good as your music. The volcano observation data is all here, Professor Keller. We've collected some really valuable information, and I'll go back after sorting these out. Thank you for all your hard work. You really are already a scholar in your own right. Katia and Magna would be proud. This protective gear is also, and compared to the one on display, this really is. The scholar's voice trails off, and she stares at the familiar coat for a long time. I want to scale more volcanoes in my mother's gear. It'll keep me safe. I want to thank you too for your guidance during this time. I've really learned a lot. By the way, where's Khan? He's gone back to Lethanian earlier for work. Professor Keller, I want to apologize to you on Khan's behalf. He must have misunderstood something. Don't mention it. Adele, have you never suspected me of anything? Adele lightly shakes her head. I don't know. I know very little about that period of time, and it seems like everyone was deliberately hiding it from me. But I saw my parents' notes, and that photo too. I just can't believe that someone who's been them on so many volcanoes and through so many dangers would ever do something to betray them. There's something I want to show you. These papers are probably what Khan was trying to find. Aside from the copy stored in Lethanian archives, the only other one that exists is with me. These are discarded documents, so it's nothing confidential, but I was only hoping no one would ever come looking for them again. The scholar retrieves a cardboard box from the bookcase, the personal effects of two other scholars within the small container. The age document case has words like highly confidential written on it with an obsolete stamped O on top. Project Rage and Shower. Is that Body's military research project? Katia and Magna both wish to stay pure scholars their whole lives, and indeed they strive to fulfill this ideal. But reality means it can be hard to stay pure. After the coup in Lethanian more than 2 decades ago, they were already getting caught up in disputes between the nobles, so they had to make some compromises in order to continue their research work. Katia handed over some of his research results to the army in exchange for a relatively peaceful academic environment, while I helped him with some of the follow-up liaison work. But they pinned their hopes on you. They hoped to keep these impure disputes out of your life so that you could study whatever you wanted without any distractions. That is also my wish as well. I hope that when people talk of the Naumans many years later, they will only remember them as pure academics and great scientists, and that their only child can explore the depths of knowledge without any worries. Vadi and Moody. Were their deaths really an accident? During that Mount Duna observation, an envoy from Lithanian paid us another visit, just as we were preparing to scale the volcano. I was hoping they could complete their work without any interference, so I offered to help them shrug off the military. I didn't expect that mishap. Adele, I dare not ask for your forgiveness. Professor Keller, why do you think this is your fault? I won't question my parents' belief in scientific research because of this, and I certainly wouldn't question you either, Professor Keller. All of you tried your best for an ideal, so isn't it just too unfair to take on any more blame? I think that's how Vadi and Moody would feel too. I will always remember the summer when Katia and Magna came to Siesta. Meeting them was the luckiest thing to ever happen to me. That day, a pair of strange foreign tourists walked into a coffee shop, sat at the table next to mine, and changed my life. I got to see a wider, beautiful world beyond what you read in the books. I had the best time of my life. From Siesta to Lithanian, and many more places besides, many more volcanoes and many more adventures. I wish I could accompany them on another journey. Professor Keller, can I give you a hug? Scholar takes the girl into her arms, gently resting her forehead against hers. Professor Keller, can I stay here for a while? Just by myself? Of course. The girl flips through the old documents, one after another, and finds a handwritten letter at the bottom of the pile. The above information comes from two scientists who are incomprehensibly devoted to science. They spent and gave their whole lives to scientific research, in hopes of using knowledge to protect humanity, seeking a safer and better home. I hope this will be taken in earnest, and this research is used for the right cause. Professor Keller's name is actually... In the corner of a letter is a beautiful signature. Adele Keller. I had a feeling. Viv! Lay back and don't move. How's Liv? Calm down, she's gone home. That little one was scared out of her wits, but suffered no real injuries. You're the one that needs worrying. Good. That's good to hear. The young man drops back onto his bed in relief. Just how many days was I out for? 3 whole days. Your mom and even your siblings came to visit you every day. Do you know just how worried they were? Spare me your lecture just this once, Dr. Salen. I was also saving someone, right? I'm so ready to lecture that little sister of mine. Still trying to hide it. You think a doctor wouldn't be able to tell? Got some nerve to actually study arts in secret. You know just how high your blood iridium crystal density was when you were wheeled in here? Is this treatment expensive? Even if you were to get a job at Rhode Island, I estimate it'd cost you a couple paychecks. I guess I really have no choice now. But speaking of which, I'm currently preparing to establish a treatment center for infected people here in Siesta. I'm just starting up, so I'll need plenty of helping hands. Would you like to consider staying here to help me out? Dr. Salen, thanks for the offer, but I already made a deal with my family. I won't be staying in Siesta for a while. If it's possible, I'd rather take a look at that land ship you mentioned that goes many places. Even if they aren't by my side, family will always be family. I can try to live for myself and do what I really want to do. I just want to see the sights that my dad had seen. Being an explorer sure sounds like a pretty cool job. What's that sound? Oh, it must be Swire's construction crew. She moves really fast. The ink on the contract probably hasn't even dried yet. White volcano. Dr. Salen, I have to head back first. I'll pay my bills later. Done with work? Mm-hmm. That was last patient. Phew, I've been so busy working on the treatment center these last few days that I haven't had the time to hear about what you've been up to. Just submissions for Rhode Island is all. I went to a few more countries, got to know some more operators too. When this vacation is over, I might go on some longer missions or be stationed somewhere for a while. I do want to come with you, but I really can't leave right now. Besides, you wouldn't want me to, right? Yes, it would be meaningless otherwise. How about I take you around here for the next few days then? Sure, just has become even prettier the last time I was here. I'm sure you see an even better siesta on your next visit. I believe in you, my lady. Freddy. Autumn has yet to fully arrive. Sunlight is still warm, but the weather seems to suddenly cool down considerably. There seems to be more people playing in the streets, and a few surprising queues have leaking out of the shops. Please don't tear it down. Not yet. At the very least, let me have this one last look. Enos, aren't you supposed to be in a hospital bed? Did they already tear down the white... Enos spots the brand new signature at the shop entrance before he finishes speaking. In addition to replacing the damaged light bulb, Marley has also added a little dude herself. 3 marshmallowy sheep, 1 big, 2 small. Who said renovation meant a teardown? You're going to build a new water park here. A water park? Then what about the logistics center? I heard that City Hall redid their plans, and since Siesta still needs to retain some of our tourist attractions, this street's one of them. Pelipper wrapped up and sold several of his shops to a foreign group, saying an investor felt that the previous events had a pretty good reception, so there's money to be made in building a water park there. So our little shop might be able to stay open for a while longer. We went all through that, and in the end... Mom, whose car is that? Oh, someone who came to the shop a few days ago. That rich girl? She parked it here. A brand new pickup truck in pure white is parked in front of the shop, the small note pressed under the wiper. Helping a friend with some minor troubles. Lady sure loves that coal. Thanks a bunch. And this event's making me teary-eyed. This is sweet. Hello, Mr. Adam Swire. As always, I first wish you good health. Then, I've won this time. You want me to switch off the television or call your doctor? My unseemly granddaughter. She's finally done a... How many years has it been seeing a face like that on you? I should have called Lynn over too. Don't get cocky. Sooner or later you too will. You are the youth, Wei and Wu. Time is on their side. They will always one day stand up to us. I can't wait to see when Hui Sheish sends one to you. Neither can I. Hey, sick old tiger. Lo Bing Fu. Hey, get the doctors. Dear Moody and Vadi, I hope that both of you are doing well. I'm doing fine myself. I came to Siesta and had an unforgettable summer. It's very different from the ones you two have seen, but it's still a very interesting city. I climbed out Mount Siesta too. I successfully completed the observation and obtained some really valuable research data. I met one of your old friends here. No, I should say I met two of them. They told me many stories about the coffee shop encounter, that one time with the sulfuric acid pool, stories that happened in the laboratories, and all kind of things I never knew about you both. Things that happened when both of you were younger. And the other person told me that the past isn't truly over. They're always by your side in one way or another. Even more reason to believe it now, after going through a magical experience. Maybe some parts were made up, but I'm willing to, and hope to believe in them, just like the bedtime stories I used to hear. Buddy and Modi, I have to admit that I've never been as strong as I thought. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to hear anything ever again. The sights in front of me would turn blurry, and it wouldn't be volcanoes or research that eventually took my life, but the pain and suffering of Ripathy. If I can, I hope to visit all the volcanoes you two visited, and answer every question posed in your research notes. I want to take a chance, and trying to go on a boat ride in a sulfuric acid lake, pretending to be a tiny stone burning in the lava. Fear is not the opposite of courage, just as death is not the opposite of life. I'm passionate about researching volcanoes just as I am with life. Or maybe I should come up with a much merrier way of going on about this. But is it too late for me to understand all of it now? Actually, I have no idea where to send this letter. I just wanted to let the two of you know I'm doing fine here. Want me to mail something, Miss Adele? Leave it to me. I can send it when I'm delivering the mail. Where's this headed? Actually, never mind. I think I'd like to mail it myself. Mr. Enos, this flower is... I dug it out from the hillside when I was looking for obsidian back then. I wanted to give it to Liv as a present, but the petal color seems to have changed since I came down from the volcano. Oh, did you get it on Mount Siesta? Yeah, at the back of the volcano. By the way, the thing you originally came to Siesta for, I found that too. What a beautiful volcano. Volcano is most beautiful when it erupts, even if it only lasts for a short moment. How long we have to wait for its next eruption? That doesn't matter. We can stay here for a while longer. We have plenty of time. That was a wonderful, wonderful event. Wonderful, wonderful story. New stage, so long Adele, home away from home, treasure hunting in Siesta. I will take care of that in my own time. For the time being, that was so long Adele. I've already done Passion Street today, so let's spend our points. No way. It is already fucking hell, it's midnight. All right. That song's so goddamn catchy. Okay. Bring a fighter. I am never going to use him, but I'm buying those anyway. Well, that is it for today's stream and for So Long Adele. I will try and get that medal. That one is definitely going on my medal bar, on my medal plaque. I don't know which medal I want to drop though. Probably one of these two. Maybe the Mansfield break. No, I want to keep the Mansfield break because that's Robin's event. And these three are the... Two. These two are the Seaborn events. I want to keep those. Definitely want to keep that one because Enforcer was a really cool guy. And Kazmir's Night one, meh. So probably one of these two, honestly. Neander Dusk's events. No, Neanderling. I already took off Great Chief Gavial's medal. Whatever. That's a me thing. That's not even important. Thank you for joining me for today's stream. I am Lost Sensei. I will see you guys next time. Where the fuck's my mouse pointer? There it is.